All right, folks. So I've been getting a lot of questions about Bitcoin, whether it's a good buy or not. I just want to give you guys my opinion here. This is by not any means financial advice, but I just want to point a few things out. Okay, so on this channel, what we do is we focus on a long-term time frame. So the first thing you have to ask yourself is, hey, what is my time frame for holding? Okay, so if you zoom out here on the chart, you could see that the best time to buy Bitcoin over the last, since 2013, over the last, what was this, 12 years, almost 13 years. Okay, the best time to buy has been when this blue wave is down here giving you green dots. Back here in 2015, that happened right here. Okay, in 2015, Bitcoin's price was literally sitting at $700, somewhere around that area. Okay, it went all the way up here to $20,000. Okay, $20,000. You see that big jump, 700 to 20,000. That was a huge trade. What happened? It got a red dot and it sold off for about a year and a half. It kept going down. Then what happened here in April of 2019? April 2019, we got that green dot. Where was the price? The price was right here. Let's just say right there at around $3,000. That came again, April 2019. You can't make this up. This is the chart. You guys all have access to the same data, the same price data here on any trading platform. Okay, we use TradingView here. This is just tradingview.com. I have all the links to everything we use over here in the Discord right under the trading app section. Okay, you guys have access to all of this same information. Okay, what happened in 2019? Once again, we got the signal at 3,000. Where did it go? It pumped all the way up to 70,000. Now that didn't happen overnight. Again, ththese trades are for 1 to 6 months out. That took about 2 years. Okay, you can see 2019 April, where was the top? Red dot right there was 2021 April. So that was a 2-year holding period to go from 3,000 all the way up to 70. Okay, 3,000 to 70, that's a 2,000% trade there if you held for 2 years. What happened then? Again, year and a half pullback. Got that green dot right there in 2023. You can see that came at around 20,000. Okay, 20,000. That was about 2 years ago. And what did it do over the last 2 or 3 years? Or over the last about 2.5 years, it went all the way up to 120. So that was about a 600% trade if you bought there at 20 and sold all the way up here at 120. Now you could have sold right here at 72. That's still a really good trade. You could have sold right there, sold right here. My whole point is, okay, Bitcoin, in my opinion, is not the best long here. It might be a good short, like a short-term day trade or whatever, but we don't do that here. The best time to buy is when it's down here and not up here. So if you look at other things, other cryptocurrencies like ICP, this has been catching wind lately. Look where it's at on the indicator. So it's way down here right now. So I'd rather buy stuff that's down here, right, on the indicator, and then wait till it comes back up here to sell. Okay, I would much rather buy something like ICP right now, and there's a lot of these altcoins, and we cover our watch list every single Friday if you guys want to tune in. Again, this isn't a day trading get rich quick scheme. Okay, this is a investing strategy. Okay, our goal is to buy and hold for at least minimum of 6 months. Okay, because we're trying to catch the big upside move, the big macro move. We're not in here trying to day trade a 5-minute chart trying to buy, sell, boss. No, we're buying and holding for 1 to 6 months. So find the charts, right? Another thing with Bitcoin is it has this red dot or this red MACD crossover. Another big warning sign. Again, I want Bitcoin to rebound right here, get back over 100,000 and keep pumping just as much as everybody else does. But I'm not going to ignore the data. Okay, the data says, okay, this is a decision time. Okay, so again, the last time we got the MACD crossover, and this is just another indicator that we use, okay, was back here. Where was that? Back in 2022. Okay, that was right here near the top, and we sold off for the next year. And again, I hope Bitcoin goes to 150, 180, 220 like everyone else is talking about. I do, because altcoins will rip too. But I do think there's going to be a rotation out of Bitcoin, okay, out of Bitcoin into other assets. And normally when the whales are selling Bitcoin, they are rotating into things. Okay, they are rotating into things like these altcoins. Like look at ARB. ARB doesn't have the green dot yet, but the wave is way down here, right? We want to buy when this blue wave is way down here. Look at these other names. There's stocks. There's DJT. Look how far down that is, okay? This thing was up at 80 bucks. Okay, 80 bucks back here in 2024. Now it's all the way down at 10. So I'd rather buy DJT here than something like Bitcoin, okay? Because we're technical traders, right? You can buy the best asset in the world, Okay, you could buy Bitcoin, the best asset in the world, right? But if you're buying it when it's expensive, okay, when we're way up here in 2021, if you guys bought up here at 60,000, you had to wait like 3 years just to get back to even. Okay, so we want to buy when it's overdone. Okay, I think of this as like a fear and greed index. This blue wave here. Okay, people are fearful down here. No one's talking about Bitcoin at $3,000 back at 2019. Everybody's talking about it up here at 70. Nobody's talking about it back here in 2023 at 20,000. Okay, everybody's talking about it up here at 120,000. So again, fearful, greedy. I think there are some better names to own. If you guys missed our watch list from Friday, you guys can watch that on YouTube, but we covered all these names, and all these names are setting up really nicely for investments. These aren't day trades. This isn't a get-rich-quick strategy, folks. This is a buy-and-hold strategy, minimum of 6 months. Hopefully this answers you guys' question. Again, I hope Bitcoin turns the corner here and keeps going, but I would be using a very tight stop loss right now if I was investing in Bitcoin. And the best thing you could do is wait for this green dot to come back on the screen. We had one right here in October as well at 2022, but as long as the dot is red, we're bearish on the asset. So I want to find names, right? I want to find names like ICP here. That's green. Okay, you got Filecoin, green. Okay, you got a lot of these names. NVO, green. Well, it's actually showing red here, but we had a green one last month. Okay, look for the names that are green on the monthly. That tells us that the direction is going up, okay, and not down. And if you guys want these trading indicators, you guys can download my whole entire trading layout right over here inside the Discord. Just come over here to the trading indicator. Okay, you just click on this link right here, and everything is going to load directly up into your TradingView account. You'll get all the red and green dots, the MACD, the moving averages. We also use a Fibonacci tool here. I have a free trading course that explains how to use everything, how to set everything up, that trading course right there. If you have any issues setting up or getting it installed, Overkill at overkillinvesting.club. It literally takes 2 clicks and everything loads right up into your TradingView account. Again, TradingView is just the website we use for charting. We don't use it to trade, or I don't use it to trade. I just trade on Robinhood or Coinbase, but I use TradingView to chart and to look at these indicators. So hopefully this helps. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments.